so many of you. It's summer, so it might be a little lighter than usual. Hi, Fernando. I think we have a couple of new people. Fernando and Angie, this might be their first times, and I don't know if anyone else is maybe here for the first time as well. So people are still going to be logging on. I'm Lisa Osborne. I'm the News and Public Affairs Director at KCSB. It's part of Associated Students. And Viviana Marsano is another person who tends to facilitate from time to time. So it's great to see Viviana here and so many of you that we usually see every month at this meeting. Hope you're having a great summer. Viviana, do you think we should just go ahead and get rolling now, because it is 11:45 with the land acknowledgement and then and introductions?
Yeah, I think we should do that.
You want to give the land acknowledgement?
Oh my gosh, I don't have the agenda open.
I've got it then. Okay, that's okay. I didn't want to put you on the spot. So it's kind of summer, so I feel like I'm a little more laid back than usual. So welcome everyone. We're so glad you're here. We would like to acknowledge that this meeting is being held on the traditional lands of the Chumash people and pay our respects to elders, both past and present. We honor the traditional territory as well as the story and contributions of the Chumash people to the land upon which we gather and create. So we could go right around, and we typically do introductions, your name and your affiliation. And if you have a quick announcement separate from the actual area updates, feel free to drop that in as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go, I can go from who I'm seeing on my screen. So we'll go ahead and go to Viviana, and then Gary, and then Fernando.
Okay, hello everybody. Viviana Marsano, Director of Civic and Community Engagement and Isla Vista Liaison. I have a little bit of a report that it's a little bit, I'll try to keep it brief. For those of you who are familiar with the gift benefit sale, we are done. We actually raised a little bit over $30,000 that were already donated to all the Isla Vista nonprofits that receive it. We had around 100 volunteers who donated 777 hours of their time, plus all the hours that my staff works. So we probably worked, it's safe to say that we worked probably 2,800 hours in 12 days. Which is quite an accomplishment. We actually saved around 20 tons of donated goods from the landfills, which is a lot. And I want to actually acknowledge people here who are contributors and supporters, like alcohol and drug programs, you know, like lend us one of their rooms where the boutique items are processed. Also CLAS, let us use the building. Student Health has offices there, and we block them for getting into Embarcadero Hall for 2 weeks. So we are very happy with that. I would also like to highly commend Jenna Norton and Carly Marto from the IBCSD. We are partnering with them with Carly Marto. They are processing all the food donations, the last year and this year for us. And we donated 0.7 tons of food to the AS Food Bank, and the rest of the food that the food bank cannot receive went to nonprofits that actually cook for the houseless in IV, like Food Not Bombs, you know. And a new thing this year is, well, a lot of you know that whatever is not sold at the sale is donated to the Goodwill. Since last year, well, this year, they don't want to receive furniture anymore. And Jenna Norton with the IVCSD did not want to, wanted to find a solution for that. So we actually saved that furniture that wasn't sold in containers, which are in the Mammoth storage area. Housing has some property there. And we are going to have a second mini sale in September when the students arrive. So that's all I want to say. I don't want to give information about the IVCSD, but I'm super, super thankful for the support.
Thank you, Viviana. That's wonderful. And it's a lot of work coming back after a couple of years of ramping back up. So, okay, Gary, and then Fernando for introductions, and then we'll go to Jay Freeman.
All right, thanks, Lisa. Appreciate it. And wow, that's incredible, Viviana. It's a lot of work. My name is Gary Gasson, UCSB Police Department, Community Outreach. I saw that there is a law enforcement update in the my itinerary, so I'll stand by and do my field in.
Fernando?
How you doing, everybody? I am the program coordinator for the Pardell Center here at Ivcn. I work for associate students. Here at the Pardell Center, we is a place to study. We do free printing, help the community, help the students achieve their goals. So anybody is welcome to come here Monday through Friday from 8 to 8 so far.
Thanks and welcome. It's your first time here.
Yes, and it's my first day for this.
Hello, my name is Jay Freeman. I'm on the board of the Isla Vista Community Service District, as well as the Local Agency Formation Commission, though I am not here in my official capacity on either of those boards. I'm here only in my individual capacity.
Okay, Angie, and then the other Lisa O, and then Jimmy.
Hi, good morning, everybody. It's good to be here. I'm Angie Swanson-Kiriako. I use she, her pronouns. I am the new program director at Standing Together to End Sexual Assault. I've been with the organization for about, I think, 5 weeks now. So it's really good to be here. I think I would like to say, while I have a captive audience, we have some positions open at STESA that are on our website. If you know of folks who might be a good fit or are looking for perhaps a new role, direct them our way. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Lisa Oglesby, Isla Vista Food Cooperative Board of Directors. I don't have an update. I'm happy to see everyone's faces again after our hiatus from last month. Welcome back, everybody.
Oh. Hi, everyone. I'm Jimmy Picaro. I'm the new community engagement project manager here in Isla Vista. You may know Sydney, and Sydney's out on maternity leave for now. So I'm kind of filling in and stepping in for that role. And this is about my first month here as part of IVCSD. So I'm excited to be part of the team.
Wonderful. Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Colby, and then Nick, and then Omari, please.
Hi everyone, Colby Carroll. I'm the Community Resource Deputy for the Isla Vista Foot Patrol.
Hey everyone, Nick Norman here, District Clerk for Isla Vista Rec and Park District, sitting in for Luis Valerio, and just providing some updates from our side here at the district. Thanks for having me.
Hello everybody, Omari Pryor, UCSB's Alcohol and Drug Program. Welcome, good to see everyone.
Good to see you, Ileana, and then Anna, if you're there, and then Raul.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ileana Castro. I'm the Outreach Manager for the Isla Vista Food Co-op. It's nice to see everyone again and to be meeting with y'all and all the new faces. It's cool. I do have a few updates that I would like to just quickly announce. The first thing is that right now our marketing and outreach team, we're currently planning for our co-op month-long celebration called Co-op Palooza. It's going to be held throughout the month of October, and we're very excited. We're hoping that this is going to be a big event full of little small workshops, events, just an opportunity for us to come together as a community and to promote the values of our co-op. If anyone knows any organizations, or if your organization would like to partner up with us and just help us make our programming, I have a bunch of ideas and I'm very excited and inspired to carry it out. Another program that we're also working on is our community project program. We're teaming up with some local businesses around Isla Vista and Goleta to kind of merge our owner benefits. So basically, if you're a member in our co-op, you would get to enjoy some little perks from the supporting local businesses in our area as well. So if you know any local businesses who would like to partner up with us, or if you would like to give me a recommendation as to who I should reach out to, our recruiting is going to end on August 1st, and we're hoping to roll that out in time for our co-op month celebration as well. And the last thing is just something that came up in discussion with our team. We were just kind of talking about how much easier it would be if we just had like a contact list of all of our organizations and all of the prominent people in our community, just in terms of like having easier communication with each other, especially when we want to partner up for certain events and programs. So that's just an idea I had for us today. If we could maybe get that started, if it's something that we feel comfortable doing, sharing our contact information amongst ourselves, I think it would be really helpful for us. But yeah, I appreciate you taking the time to hear me out, and thanks.
That's a good idea. Let's add that to the agenda. We can talk about that when we get past the reports, and Jonathan might have something to say about that too. So let's see. Okay, Anna, are you there? And then is it Onbo too? Anna might not be there. I see Raul right now, and then we'll go to Onbo after Raul. And then Jonathan.
Hi, everybody. Raul Macias here. I am the Program and Grants Director here at the St. George Youth Center. Nothing new to update. We're in full swing of our summer camp, so I'm exhausted. I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. Good to see you. Okay, Onbo, and then, okay, good. You're there.
Hi, everyone. I'm Anbo. I'm the Director of Member Services at the Santa Barbara Student Housing Cooperative in Isla Vista.
Hi there, and Jonathan, and then I think that's everyone, but go ahead and jump in if I missed anyone. Jonathan?
Hey, everybody. I'm Jonathan with Ivy Community Services District.
Thanks for being here, everyone. I didn't see Jordan or anyone from the second district, so is there anyone here from Laura Cap's office that can do an update?
Lisa, Jordan sent me an email saying he would not be able to be here today. Sorry, I forgot to tell you at the beginning. He's on a panel at UCSB right now.
So he's close, but just not able to hop on. Okay. Okay, and then so we can move on to Nick has the IV Recreation and Park District report.
Yeah, hi, good morning. Thanks, Lisa. So Nick Norman, District Clerk with IVRPD here, sitting in for Luis. Thanks everyone for having me. July is National Parks and Rec Month, so we're encouraging people to get out and enjoy their favorite parks and tag us at IVRPD on social media if you feel compelled to document your favorite moment from the parks. We promoted Lemonade with Laura Capps, which occurred yesterday from 5:30 p.m. to 7 at the University Circle Open Space for a chance to meet and greet with Second District Supervisor. Earlier in May, Isla Vista Rec and Park was awarded an Outstanding Special Event Award by the California Association of Recreation and Park Districts at their annual conference held this year at the Tenaya Lodge in Yosemite. For those who couldn't attend, the Haunted Pumpkin Patch and 50th anniversary celebration was a really, really big success for the district, hosted during Halloween last year, 2022, that attracted about 7,200 people. We had film screenings, a Ferris wheel, projection art, Dia de los Muertos altars. There were over 2,400 pumpkins. Thank you, Viviana. 2,400 pumpkins were distributed along with candy. We held a costume contest with cash prizes. And so we just really want to extend a special thanks on behalf of the district to Lucidity, the environment makers, and as well as the Guardian team who provided security during the event. And we're really happy to report that during that multi-day event, there were no injuries or incidents to report. Moving along, our summer adopt-a-block hours have been slightly modified from what they were during the academic term. We're on a reservation basis Tuesdays through Thursdays. So if you are in need of volunteer hours or would like to help us pick up trash around town, we're accepting reservations from Tuesdays to Thursdays, and drop-in hours are still in place Fridays from 1 to 4 here at the district. You can always email cleaniv@ivparks.org if you'd like to sign up or just learn more about our program and how it works. The Children's Park Youth Program calendar, we have a couple field trips planned, including a touch tank visit on July 15th for the kids to go out and visit the touch tanks. We had a volunteer day with the kids over at Estero on July 8th that went really well. Program volunteer day coming up on July 22nd at a location to be determined. Moving into the fall, with a little glance ahead, We are currently working on putting the lineup and the event details together for our fall 2023 concert series, which will span probably 4 to 5 weekends in fall with live music, promoting student bands and activating the park space at Anascoyo Amphitheater. We are locked in for movie nights, so outdoor movie nights in the parks, also at Anascoyo. Those are going to be starting August 18th and run for 8 consecutive weekends, with the exception of Labor Day weekend until September 13th. And I do have the list of movies real quick here in case anyone is interested. I'll just quickly run down the list. So we're going to be showing Super Mario August 18th, The Guardians on August 25th, the new Indiana Jones September 8th, The Flash on September 15th, Rudy Gilman, The Teenage Kraken on September 22nd, The Haunted Mansion on September 29th, the original Hocus Pocus on October 6th, and then Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas on October 13th. So please join us. We still have slots available for the Children's Park Youth Program in case you or friends or family have kids that would like to join our after-school youth program, led by Sophia Lake, our recreation coordinator. And just lastly, our regularly scheduled board meeting that would have taken place today, July 13th, has been rescheduled for July 27th, 2023, starting at 5:30 p.m. in the St. George Youth Center. Public participation is available via Zoom or in person, and the agenda will become available 72 hours in advance of that meeting. And those are my updates. Thank you.
That's a lot. You've got a lot going on. I'm gonna put my email in the chat, because nonprofits like Nick, some of you guys might want KCSB to help promote some of these events if you're looking for promotion outside of Isla Vista, since KCSB covers the entire coastal Santa Barbara County. I'll put my email in for anyone that's open to anyone here who's doing events, any nonprofits that you can send your event for our consideration to get aired in a 30 or 60-second public service announcement on KCSB, because we do not take any paid advertising, only only public service announcements. Okay, the IVCSD is up next.
Hey everybody, this is Jonathan to give our update today. I have some news. First of all, I think Sydney may have mentioned it, but we didn't have a meeting in June to maybe have it be mentioned recently, but she's out on maternity leave now and will be until the late fall time. So she'll be back then. In the meantime, we've got Jimmy Picaro on the call today, and he can introduce himself briefly as the new community engagement project manager. He'll be working in many of Sydney's roles. Jimmy, take it away.
Sure. Yeah. So basically what I'll be doing with the IVCSD is just helping out with a lot of the advertising and marketing, whether it be social media or out in the community, tabling, canvassing, a lot of that. So I'm excited to be a part of that.
Great. Thank you, Jimmy. Welcome to the team. And Jimmy did live in IV at one point, so he is coming back home to support the community. Some other things to let you all know about is we are going to have a screening of a documentary relating to composting on July 26th at 7:30 p.m. at the IV Community Center. So the IV Compost Collective is going to be hosting that event, and it's free to the community, of course. And I think we'll have food and snacks there. Another thing I wanted to really give a big highlight to is, as we all know, Move Out is a nightmare scenario for Isla Vista every year. But this year, IVCSD worked with Earthcomb LLC, which is a local private company that hires people experiencing homelessness or recently were homeless to do cleanup work. And so they went in for 30 days, June 8th to July 8th, 4 people, 40 hours a week each, constantly cleaning trash off the streets and preventing overfilled piles and managing them. And so I'm going to share my screen of some. Oh, man. I've never shared my screen with my phone before, but we're going to try. So hope you can see that, which is our presentation from our board meeting a couple days ago, but this is kind of some of the work that IV Beautiful and Earthcomb did with trash pickup to prevent litter all over the streets during the move out process. So they tidied things up and made it orderly for Marburg to then haul away. And just some statistics is we bagged 18,895 pounds of trash and walked it away and disposed of it. And then we bagged an additional 18,000 to put back in a neat order for Marburg to pick up. So it was a big success. And we thank everybody who was a part of the move out process, Viviana for the gift sale, and the heroic work there as well. And I think the Earthcomb crew were out there helping remove the last gift sale items that we then plan to sell back. That things that didn't get sold, we plan to sell back in the fall for move in. So a lot was done there, and I want to give a shout out to Jenna, who's on our staff, who did a lot of this work. And then lastly, I wanted to let you all know our parking study is underway, and there are going to be upcoming public announcements of meetings and events and opportunities to engage. So I just want people to be aware of those things, and it's going to be I guess 9-month more process. It's been 3 months already. But we're going to be having public meetings and focus groups and surveys, and it's going to launch this summer and into the fall, but keep a lookout for that. That's the IBCSD update.
Great. Those are some impressive pictures, Jonathan. Thank you. And we were able to see them. Thanks for that and for all of your good work. Oh, did Viviana have a question or no? I thought you had your hand raised maybe.
No, I just wanted to mention, as I mentioned earlier, that we work with Earthcomb for the sale, that I got a couple of comments from people that really said that they felt that IV was less messy this year during move out. So I think all the work from the IVCSD really, really paid off. I hope we can continue that next year.
Thank you. They really want to. They want to even, they really want to keep working.
Yeah, they were fabulous. Yeah.
That's great. Awesome. Okay, moving on to associated students in IV, and I don't see anyone here. It's kind of quiet at AS right now. KCSB is part of AS, so we're kind of catching up on a little bit of downtime, I think. So no AS students here. We could move on to the law enforcement update. Colby or Gary, whoever wants to start.
Colby, if you want to go ahead and if you're ready, otherwise I could start. Either way.
All right. So for foot patrol, not a whole lot to update on. Lieutenant's on vacation. I've been working patrol because our staffing levels are kind of low. Gary and I have just been working on a few restorative justice classes during the summer. That's about it. Just gearing up for fall. I'm happy to answer any questions if anybody has anything they want to ask.
Thank you.
And then for UCSB, as y'all know, July is when our calls for service tend to go down. So for us, that basically means it's time to train. So as a result, we basically have every officer has already, or at least part of them have completed trainings, like our stalking investigation training, ethical decision making, or otherwise known as contempt of cop response training, anti-bias policing, and then all other perishable trainings. So that's including like defensive tactics and weapons requalification, de-escalation skills, to name a few. UCSB recently sent a number of our in-house cadre of trainers down to San Diego to participate in a multi-agency, multidisciplinary regional active training event in order to enhance what we're doing in-house with regards to responding to active shooter incidents and how we train. So we are about to engage in our yearly active shooter training in the next week or so, in the weeks to come. And then UCSB sent multiple personnel to recent International Association of Campus Law Enforcement Administrators. Sorry about that. otherwise known as ICLEA, and that's for an annual conference. The curriculum included things like managing campus and community threats, combating hazing in our communities, investigating hate bias incidents, the dangers of fake illicit prescription pills, and that include fentanyl, of course, evaluation of co-response models for mental health crisis, and then lastly, a bunch of Clery updates from the Department of Education. So, and then our dispatch is currently in its initial stages of transitioning to a cloud-based 911 center. So they're going to come off of the hardware that's composed primarily of like copper wire per se. And this improvement will allow us greater accuracy with locating our 911 callers and basically improve the way UCSB responds to people calling 911. I have a little bit of information with regards to our CSO program. As many of you are aware, UCPD has been actively hiring to, the CSO program is actively hiring people right now. We have approximately 47 SSPs. They're budgeted for about 85, so there's about 38 more that they're looking for. Pay starts for them at $16 an hour. They get $16.50 upon completing the training, and then their leads get $17.50 an hour. So if you know anyone looking that's a UCSB student, they are in the process of changing their name. The CSO program as an organization will keep the same name. However, the CSO individuals will be transitioning to a name, the Student Safety Partners, or SSPs, will be their new acronym rather than CSOs. And then we've been hiring for patrol officers as well. We currently have 2 police officers in the field that are actively doing field training. We've got 1 police officer that will be ready for the next academy that's coming up. They just cleared their background investigation. We have 2 laterals that are currently in background. They should be clear within a month or so. We have 1 dispatcher that's currently in background and 1 dispatcher that has just completed background and is getting fitted for a training schedule soon. And then we're still looking to hire 3 or 4 more sworn officers to work as police officers in the field. So lastly, in line with our commitment to a holistic and tiered response to community challenges, UCPD has been working with houseless advocates such as Good Samaritan and the County of Santa Barbara Office of Encampment Response Coordinator, Lucille Boss, to respond to issues of houselessness on campus. We've just started culminating this relationship and have gotten some great resources out to some of our houseless community members. It's been really a great connection with them. That'll complete my UCSB update, UCPD updates.
Thank you. Do you have any questions for Gary? And then we can actually go back because I didn't ask after each report if anyone had any questions of anyone. So any questions for Gary or anyone else who did a report today? Okay. This is, we have other burning issues. So the idea came up to have an email list for Ivcn members and, a community contact sheet. I don't know if anyone has ideas on how we would do that. Jonathan, because I turned to Jonathan or Viviana or anyone. So we have a lot of people in our mailing that received this agenda. But they're not all active. I was trying to look up to see how many people this actually meeting notice goes to, but it's not as many people who are typically come. And this is a lighter crowd than usual.
Is the request to have like a community directory, right? Is that what I'm understanding?
She was saying a contact sheet of people who were doing, people who are in. Yeah.
We can create that. That's not a problem. Like that's something Jimmy can work on. We kind of already have that for ourselves to use. We can then ask people if they want to publicly display their contact info for a public directory for IV community work, or not public, but between a small group, whoever's on it can see who else is on it.
And
Great.
I was thinking we can do a combo, you know, like whatever we have already, the list that from which we send out these emails, and then trying, you know, the new people here, if they could send Lisa or Jonathan, we should decide on a person, and then we can combine the two, right?
Yeah,
would-
we can. We can email it out and ask whoever is on this email list who wants to.
Okay, perfect. So I'm trying to look at, we probably have, I don't know, 100 people on here. I can't see exactly how many people, but yeah, and some are not actually active at this point. So, okay, so
Maybe Lisa, Jonathan, and I can look at that list and delete people that have moved on or they are not in the area anymore.
that's a good idea. Okay, and then Jonathan can take the lead on it. Yeah, so Ileana said she was thinking of a directory maybe formatted in an Excel sheet, multiple tabs, for IV orgs, UCSB orgs, UCSB staff, etc. So
Yeah, and just to let you know, there is already something similar. It's just very outdated, and maybe this can be the update, the refresh. But the Pardal Center has a page on their website that lists, I think, every Isla Vista UCSB org that relates to Isla Vista. So there's some of that already. I can look it up, but I'm pretty sure they have it, but it's like from 2015. So the information is a little old. But something, so we have things to build off of, but just letting you guys know.
does anyone else have any other? Thanks for bringing that idea, Ileana. That's a good idea. Does anyone else have any other burning issues that you'd like to talk about today? What do you think about, we've been meeting on Zoom since the pandemic, and we used to meet for lunch in person once a month, and it was at the CSD. Would anyone be interested in going back to meeting in person, or do you like the Zoom? You want to raise your hand if you would be interested in meeting in person, or a thumbs up, any kind of 1, 2, 3 of us. The rest of us might be looking for our response. Does that mean most people actually like just doing the Zoom?
I think it's easier for scheduling and accommodating. Plus, when more people come back and join, I think it'll, prevent a lot more people from attending.
Okay, thanks for your input on that, Omari.
Lisa, what I've noticed with some other orgs that I do meet with, they'll do like a twice a year where everyone gets together, and then otherwise all the regular business meetings are done via Zoom, which does, as Omari pointed out, allow us to make our schedules and still have these important meetings, but still get to see each other and have face-to-face time a couple times a year.
Oh, that's a good idea. Thank you. Viviana, or are you just raising your hand because you would like to meet in person?
No, I just had the same idea as Gary, maybe do the first one of the year in person. And what we do generally is we rotate it, who provides the lunch. Maybe if we are going to do 1 or 2 a year, we can probably share the expense. You know what I'm saying? Since instead of rotating every month, maybe 2 or 3 orgs can pitch in for the first one of the year or something like that.
I knew it. Viviana and Gary just want to have potlucks.
I don't cook.
I do love a good potluck every now and again. I'm not going to lie.
I'm in the co-op. There's always fun stuff from the co-op too. So thank you for offering that. Yes. And then Jonathan put the Pardal Center Isla Vista resource guide in the chat, so we could work off of that as the contacts get updated. Okay. Anything else for Fernando?
Yeah, so we can always do something at the Pardal Center if you want to meet up. Maybe we can all get together before even school starts, so that we can get familiar with the faces and be on the same page in our goals and plans of what we want to do in the future.
Thank you. Fernando's been doing a lot of maintenance and repairs too around the co-op too. So it'd be cool if you haven't been into the co-op before. I'm sorry, not the co-op, the Pardall Center, but that is a good space before school starts, which would be toward the end of September. So we'd probably want to do that sometime early after Labor Day at the latest if we decided to do that. So, okay, any other ideas or anything? I would like to say Fernando, did you have something else?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
For those of you who are new, we don't have a note taker for this meeting, but Jay Freeman records this and it's on a YouTube channel. And Jay, what's the name of the YouTube channel where we can find the replays of these meetings?
Is my aspect ratio ridiculous? That's actually okay, but on my side it looked ridiculous. It's the IV as a City is the current name of the YouTube channel. And if you search for Ivcn is in the title of the videos.
So that's how you can go back and hear if you miss a meeting or if you want to rehear anything that was said at the meeting. That's how we do that. Okay, anything else? Jonathan, what am I missing? Viviana?
I think we're good.
Anyone else? Awesome. Well, thank you all for coming today. We're gonna let you get done a little bit early since it is summer. We're looking for fit in something else fun to do. So thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Update. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.